Sorry, I have a little bit of cold, so.
Start with Chris.
Philippe, how's your team news ahead of tomorrow?
That we had 2 players back in training with Taff and Liam Belgium. So we're going to look tomorrow how they are, if they have a reaction or not, and if they are able to be in the selection or not. So it's a positive to get players back. Now, of course, they didn't train much or anything, so, but it's a positive that they're back.
What do you expect from the Ibrox crowd tomorrow? Obviously, we spoke a lot about it after the St Johnstone game. What kind of reaction do you expect from them?
I hope the support like it was against St Johnstone from a lot of people, and that we continue rebuilding that again to get this energy back. But I know, like I said afterwards in the press conference, it's about performances, about doing the right things, what the team did in a long spell against St Johnstone. Not long enough for me, but there were positive things in this first hour. There was good football, there were good goals, there were things that the fans want to see. Was good pressing. We didn't give away almost anything in that moment. So those are things, we need to continue doing. And you've seen also that a lot of fans were behind the team also.
That synergy was something you mentioned when you first came into the club, having to rebuild that relationship between yourself and the fans, the team and the fans. Is it harder now when you think back to the situation you walked into? Are you almost further away than you were when you walked into the club?
No, because 2 weeks ago it was the case also. That's not so long ago. But we know how many points we are behind. The team was first, so everything is focused on that. I'm focused on the team and to get results in the next game and to let players grow, becoming better. A lot of people see that also, that the Igamans become better, the Raskins, the Yilmaz, Jefte, Diamande, a lot of players, but we need to create also consistency in performance. It's my frustration also to get 31 out of 33 in these home games, to get really, really good European results, home and away, and in the league that we lost too many points with in different games, individual areas that we had to chase games. In the beginning of the season that we had difficulty more to score goals in away games, but we kept a lot of times a clean sheet. And now in this last period with injuries also that we were scoring more goals in away games, but we're conceding also more. So we need to find this balance and we need to get the squads ready and fit to do it every 3 days. That's a job to be done.
Philippe, on the synergy of the fans, you talk about it being about results. Do you think that's all it is, or do you think there's more to building?
Yes, there's more to it, but that's not what I need to talk about. I'm here for the sportive side, so I know my part of that story is to get better results. So I'm focused on that, to make that better. Like I said from the beginning, I'm here also. I get the most joy out of seeing the pleasure of my players, staff, fans, when there are good performances, when there are wins, when the team competes, when they play for trophies, when they win trophies. That's why I do this job, why I love this job. So that's why I still love this job, to get this club to that point. And I knew before it was a big challenge for several reasons. So I'm gonna throw myself, like I did before, to get the club to that point.
In terms of tomorrow night, how difficult will a win be against a team that you lost to away from home a couple of months ago?
It will be 2 different teams. I think if you will see the starting 11 of the 2 teams, and you will compare. So we need to look at ourselves, and if it's against Aberdeen or Celtic or another team or a European team, it's about us what we need to do on the pitch and not to be busy with the others.
Philippe, have you got any time scale in terms of Dujon and Jack when they might be coming back?
I have a rough time schedule, but that's for me and the medical staff in that way. So I will tell you guys when players are back, like I say now directly also, and I'm being open and honest, that just straight back now. And that's the best way to do it. Like.
At the weekend, Patrick Stewart spoke to the media. A few points on that, if I may. He said that the club has been in discussions with transfer targets since December. Are you any closer to adding players this window?
I get this question already, how many? 7, 8 years now. And it's always the same answer because it's also the truth. What is close and what is far, you cannot say that in a transfer window. You can only say something when something is signed, when somebody is in the building, when everything is done, and otherwise it's always far away. So we made this analysis of the squad. We looked at players. We know what can be interesting players for the club. It's now to see with the club if it's possible to get them.
He also said it's only likely to be 1 or 2 additions in this window. Are you content with that?
Every manager wants more. It's like that. But I'm focused on what's possible for a club and then to work with the squad is there to get the best out of that squad. That's my job.
One last thing from what you said. He says as part of this, the review of the football department, the club may look at appointing a sporting director. Is that something you would welcome?
I didn't hear anything about that, saying a sporting director, nothing decided about that. So I think Niels is doing that kind of job for the moment. It's also a review the next couple of months around that. So those are decisions for the club to be made. And there's not only a review of the sporting department, it's a review of all the club. So it's everything, and that's also what's necessary. Like I said last week, we've been in a kind of desert the last couple of months and a long time. In all the club, there are things that needed to be better and to be aligned and to be good. So it's good to have an independent review about it. So I had my say about that the last couple of months, and now people from outside can do that also.
Philippe, can I ask, you said earlier about the challenge, you knew the challenge when you came here. Has it proven to be bigger than you anticipated or realised at the time?
About what period you speak now?
When you arrived, the challenge...
When I arrived, it's totally different. So, no, I expected different things. No, that's true. But it's also not a problem. In June, things were more clear, but of course there are also other circumstances about selling players and for how much you sell them and how much money you can use them in the transfer market. So there are a lot of other circumstances that determine things in that way. So yeah, that's always the case. So it's not looking to problems, it's finding solutions. And it's also really interesting to find these solutions can also be a big step forward in that way. Would we have found Hamza with another budget? Maybe we would have gone for a more expensive striker. And for the future of the club, maybe this was the better decision then. Or would we have found Clinton Asiala in that way? So you don't need to look it in that way, you need to look what's possible and then go full for it and to work hard to make players better, to get a better future for this club.
How long do you think it's going to take for a review to be conducted and everything to be in place to allow you to deliver what you need to?
Those are questions for Patrick, not for me, so I don't know that, but I want to deliver with everything that is here, simple, and to help make things better. So it's not an excuse or whatever, it's about that, about now, the moment, next game, getting the maximum out of that every day to get the maximum out of all the players in the building and all the staff that are working hard together with me.
Given that you talk about the changes since you come in, Philippe, and the pressure that you're still under, or you're under at the moment, has there ever been a time when you've wavered and thought, I could do without this?
No, to be honest, the bigger the challenge, the more hungry I am in life. So this is I think that a lot of people realize that a lot of things changed here, that made things more complicated the last couple of months, but it makes the challenge only bigger to get where you want to get. And that is very clear, and it's good now that everybody's aligned and knows have the same plan towards getting there. So that's a crucial.
What is it within you when you face these different obstacles that says, I want to keep on going?
Because I'm a winner, and I've always been. When I was young, nobody believed I would become a professional football player. And when I was a professional football player, nobody believed that I would get into the national team. So it's about taking the best out of every second of the day, and to be hungry every morning that you wake up to get the best out of that day, and to become better and to make people better around you. That's my ambition, and that's my ambition of every day, so that will never change.
Philippe, you touched on players potentially coming into the club. Do you expect outgoings this month?
This is the same question than incoming. You don't know what's going to happen. So there are possibilities, yes, but we will see.
And Aberdeen have made a few signings recently. Does that change in any way the way you prepare for this team?
It changes in that you prepare, that you show that to the team, because there are different profiles that coming in. So it's not that we adapt, but that we know their qualities and their weaknesses, and that you try to avoid that they use their qualities, and you try to find the weaknesses where you can hurt them. So that's with every opponent the same. And of course we look also if there are new players. I don't expect a change of style or a change of system or whatever in that way. My colleague has been really sticking to the same things. So in that way there's not a big difference.
Philippe, you said, sure. So you said the bigger the challenge, the hungrier you are. When you were younger, people wrote you off and said it wouldn't make you a professional footballer. You would make a professional footballer rather. Would it give you extra satisfaction when you prove your doubters wrong, or if you prove
I'm
them
not
wrong?
busy with that, honestly. About people behind me or believing in me or not. It's just believing in this squad and working hard with this squad and with everybody in this club, because I know there are so many people here so determined to get this club back where it was quite a while ago. And they're motivated for that, and I want to help in that story. So it's just about that. I'm not somebody who lives out of revenge or doubters or not. It's just about getting the best out of every day, every week, every month, and to see it improve.
Okay, moving on to part 2, alarm until 7 p.m. tonight.